Everybody needs to stop what they're doing and read this book immediately. This is a Edward hate page. Hello. So today I am starting off with the highest rated book on my TBR, and that is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. I am very excited to read this book. Quite honestly, I have no clue what this book is about. So it says their love was supposed to last forever, but when life delivered blow after devastating blow, Yasmin and Josiah Wade found that love alone couldn't solve or save anything. It couldn't save their marriage. Yasmin wasn't prepared for how her life fell apart, but she's finally starting to find joy again. She and Josiah have found a new rhythm, co-parenting their 2 kids, and running a thriving business together. Yet, like magnets, they're always drawn back to each other, and now they're beginning to wonder if they're truly ready to let go of everything they once had. Soon, one stolen kiss leads to another, and then more. It's hot, it's illicit, it's all good, until old wounds reopen. Is it too late for them to find forever, or could they even be better the second time around? Ooh, that sounds really good. That honestly sounds really good. I don't think I've honestly read anything where they're co-parenting kids and that they may get back together. I don't know. That sounds really interesting. I'm also kind of intimidated because I've heard nothing but good things about Kennedy Ryan's books. I have a good feeling that I'm gonna really like this book, but it's always intimidating just starting like a new author, especially one that like everybody absolutely loves. But it is the Saturday before Easter. It is 9:27, so I'm excited to start reading. I have my little color coordinated highlighter and my Stars Hollow bookmark. So this morning we went to a Easter egg hunt that was like where we live, and so they had it separated by age groups, and from like 12 to 12-15 it's supposed to be for 1 to 2 year olds. So we arrive like, I don't know, like four minutes earlier, and so like we're walking up, and then they're like counting down, and as soon as they say right before they start counting down, they start telling everyone that there's like a coupon or like some kind of magical ticket in one of these eggs. And I kid you not, as soon as they said 1, parents were picking up their kids and running and grabbing all the eggs themselves. That it literally did not last 15 minutes. It lasted like 2 to 4 minutes, that Easter egg hunt. So my son was unable to pick up any because they literally picked up all the eggs. It was kind of scary. So we literally just basically showed up and left because there's nothing else to do, honestly. It was just the Easter egg hunt. I'm gonna start reading, and I will update you guys here pretty soon. Hello. It is 2:30 and I am currently making coffee. But I wanted to update you guys on this book since I did make it to 48%, and I am really loving it. Like I don't want to stop reading it. But mom duties, come first. I just love Kennedy Ryan's writing and just the characters that she writes, because these are some characters that have flaws and have real life issues, not like, your romances where it's like a happy ending, everybody's happy. Like, no, like these people have real life issues. She does have characters that go to therapy, so like there's real life problems in these books, and so far nothing has really happened yet, like because this is a second chance romance. Yasmin and Josiah, they used to be married, and then something happened to cause them to divorce. And so you're basically going through like post-divorce. I think it's been 4 years, 3 or 4, when it like takes place, like when it first officially starts, because in the prequel, I keep on calling it that, I don't know if that's what it's called, but in the prequel you basically start off with before they were married, so you could at least see that kind of dynamic. And yeah. Like, I don't want to say too much, but I'm really enjoying this book. I love all the characters. I love the female friendships so much. I just like having real life, like, adult characters who have problems, and they are also co-parenting nicely, which is also nice to see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to say, because honestly, I just want to read it. Like, I just want to finish and see what happens, because it is a second chance and nothing has happened yet. But each of them have like feelings for each other, obviously. Like, you can see it from their point of views, but they don't act upon it. So we shall see. I'm on page 270. And can I just say, I hate Soldad's husband. Hate Edward with a passion, because specifically what happened was, I guess Soldad, if that's how you pronounce it correctly, she decorated for the party that they're having, and her friends, so like Yasmin and Hendrix, they're basically praising her, like, you did so good, you could really like turn your talent into money. And Edward's like, what do you mean? Basically saying like she could really start a business with this, like that's how talented she is. They then say like Joanna Gaines got nothing on Soul. He goes, except $1 billion empire. Hendrix says like only a matter of time, like she could definitely get to that level. And he's like, you've got good friends, like saying it out of sarcastically. And she's like, yeah, I really do. Like, maybe I should actually listen to their advice. And he's like, well, we've got kids. Like, what do you think you're doing? It's like where your focus should be, which is so disgusting. He's not supporting her whatsoever. And that's gross. He like tries to tell her like that's what she always wanted to do, was to raise the kids. She says that that was like one of my dreams. So obviously decorating has been a second dream of hers, and he's just freaking gross and not supporting her, which is icky. Like that just no, absolutely not. We only like supportive husbands here. Absolutely not. But I think the second book is Soldad's. I already hate Edward. But I just literally need to come on here and say that this is a Edward hate page, meaning Soldad's husband, Edward. We don't stand him. We don't like him. We only like supportive husbands here. I finished this book, and it was so good. It was so good. Love the writing. And I just started this book last night, immediately after. I'm on page 59. I'm not enjoying it as much as I wanted it, or as much as I thought I would. I don't know what it is. Like, it's a book with a bunch of short stories in it, and I don't find them scary yet. There is one where I literally said out loud, like, please make it stop, just because of like what it talked about. But I'm not getting that same feeling that I got when I read Tenders the Flesh, which is really sad. because I had really high hopes for this book. I really did. Right now, I kind of like want to not finish it. I don't know if it's because I don't find the book scary, or if it's just because I want to read all the other books that are on my TBR. And I think it's like honestly a mix of both. I also want to read all my other books because I have high hopes for those, and I just don't have high hopes for this book anymore. I don't think it's gonna get better, because I mean it's like a bunch of short stories. They're all different. I'm probably just gonna finish it because it is so short, but in all honesty, I really don't. These stories aren't really giving me the heebie-jeebies or scaring me, which everyone on the back said it does, so I don't know, maybe we'll see. I wanted to give you guys an update on these two books because I finished this one last night. Oh my gosh, okay. So maybe we'll start with this one just to get it over with. So this one is comprised of multiple short stories, and honestly, I hate to say it, but I thought this was boring. I thought it was boring. I loved Tender the Flesh, which is why I thought I was gonna love this book, but I absolutely did not. Did not at all. It could be now that because of like the translation, that maybe in the original language it may sound scarier. All over on the back it says that it's like disturbing and thrilling and gut-wrenching. Only one of these stories made me say make it stop, and that's only because it literally had to deal with a young child and her teacher who was saying disgusting things about, like, to her. That was the only story in here that made my skin crawl, just because it is like such a real thing that happens, and absolutely not. I gave this 2 stars. Did not find it scary or any of that, which I was hoping, because when, like I said, I read Tender as the Flesh. I loved it. I loved her writing in Tender as the Flesh. I don't know what happened here, but this book was not for me. We're gonna talk about Before I Let Go by Kennedy Bryant. I think everybody needs to stop what they're doing and read this book immediately. I give this book 5 stars, and it is well deserved. I love the way she writes relationships, whether they are romantic relationships or the female friendships in this book. Love and adore all 3 of them. Love how she writes real couples. Like this couple felt real, with real issues, even though this is a second chance romance. This one, honestly, it made sense. It really made sense if you think about it, and after reading it, I could see why everything that happened to this book potentially could have made them divorce, which is not a spoiler. It literally talks about it on the back. There was still always like that friendship aspect. They remained cordial for their kids, which is always nice to see. There are talks about stillbirth, loss of a loved one off page, discussion of the complicated grief, depression, and past suicidal ideation, no attempt. So that's in her author's notes. Just to let you know that she did say that she approached the topics with the utmost care and had therapists and counselors beta read just to make sure that she was covering this appropriately. This book is about their healing journey and just like them recovering, and it was beautiful. I loved her writing. I loved the female friendships. I really hope that you guys pick this book up, because I definitely think you guys should. I will be reading all of her books. I love and adore her writing. I love and adore her characters that she writes, and I'm very excited to continue this series. And I know that currently right now she is writing Hendrix's story. which I'm so excited to see. So excited to see because Hendrix had me cracking up. But I did dog ear tab a good chunk. It says, "I'll never be the size I was before I had kids, and I'm fine with that. My health isn't a number on the scale or on a tag in my genes. I feel good about my body because it gets me through this life. I want to be around as long as possible to see my kids grow up, so I take care of it. I can't remember when I last felt like this. I feel like myself." And honestly, I can relate to that quote so much. This is like a side rant, but I'm 1 year postpartum and finally feeling like myself again, so I can definitely recommend. And yeah, I'm gonna say for like the millionth time in this video, I highly recommend this book. Comment down below a book that surprised you, or an author that you recently read that you haven't read her books before or his books before. I love you guys, and I hope you have a great week, a great month, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.